Well, I'm delighted to be here. So let me tell you what we're in for. Essentially, what I'm going to do is, if you'll excuse the expression, piss you off. That's my job. Now, I do my job really well. I have pissed off more business owners in my life than anybody in the face of this earth. I know that. I know that because they write me and they tell me that. I really irritate people. Now, you got to understand, it's not me. Well, yeah, it's my manner. But it's not about that. What it's really about is because the vast majority of people who own and operate their own small company, whether it be in your industry or any other industry, and we have touched every industry in the face of this earth, it's not about the business you own. It's about the way you do it. So you got to understand, the reason I piss everybody off is because they take it personally. And the reality about people who own and operate their own small company is they take everything personally. Hear me, not just you. I can absolutely guarantee you, if we really get into this, I mean, if I were to really address it personally, you'd really get even more pissed off. So I just wanted to prepare you for that. And you understand, for every single person we have ever spoken to. Now we have worked with over 100,000 owners, meaning 100,000 small companies, dentists, doctors, psychologists, graphic designers, meat packers. It doesn't really matter what kind of a company it is. And I know when I even say that, people in a professional business, as we think of ourselves, in a professional business, really get uptight when I compare them to, say, McDonald's. But you understand, you should get uptight when I compare you to McDonald's. Because Ray Kroc did the right thing. And you're stuck, hear me, and take this only in the way that I'm saying it, in the wrong thing. And I say, doing it, busy, making a living, producing income, as opposed to equity. So what we're here to talk about is the difference between income and equity. What we're here to talk about is the difference between working for a living and creating growth. In fact, growth is key to transformation. I'm your wake-up call. You're either going to hear it, or you're going to go back and continue doing what you're doing. And hear me, I won't call you stupid. Well, I won't now. And you can be smart. You can be the most intelligent guy on the street. But if you don't get what I'm going to share with you today, then you blew it. Now understand, the bad news is you blew the entire thing. You see, Ray Kroc didn't start McDonald's until he was 52 years of age. Ray Kroc went from 52 years of age without a pot to piss in, convinced the McDonald brothers to give him the franchise rights to McDonald's. And they did. And he went back to Des Plaines, Illinois, borrowed the money to start his first store. But hear this, because it's really, really critical to the story. Ray Kroc did not go to work in McDonald's. He didn't make hamburgers, he didn't make French fries, he didn't make milkshakes. He didn't have an office in the store. He had an office down the street. It was the corporate headquarters of McDonald's. They didn't make hamburgers there. They didn't make French fries there. They didn't make milkshakes there. What did they make there? They made McDonald's. Please write that down. Ray Kroc went to work on the hamburger stand, not in the hamburger stand, to prepare it to scale. Please write that down. To prepare it to scale. Scale for sale. Scale for sale. What does that mean? That means the company you own today, how many of you own your own company? Please raise your hands. The company you own today, hear me, is your franchise prototype. In order for that franchise prototype to be replicated faithfully, you got to prepare it to scale. That's your job. That's your only freaking job. That's the job of an entrepreneur. Now, this is what I want you to write down, and this is so important. Just because you own a business doesn't mean you're an entrepreneur. In fact, in most cases, you're not. An entrepreneur is different than a business owner. So an entrepreneur's job is one thing and one thing only: to prepare your company for sale. Very few small companies will ever be sold. They'll just die and go away. The worst thing you can do is pass it on to your children. Because then your children will look like you do right now. Please don't take this personally. You hear me? Unfortunately, it's too late for most. Good news is, Ray Kroc was 52 when he started. Ray Kroc was 52 when he started, which tells you already that if you're not yet 52, you still got a chance. But if you're as old as I am, which is 80, good news is you still got a chance. My wife and I have started a brand new enterprise this year to celebrate my 80th birthday. Now, what am I, out of my freaking mind? No. I've got a dream. I'm going to ask you to write it down. I've got a dream. Please write that down. I've got a dream. And then write a question. What is it? I've got a dream. What is it? My dream, our dream, Luz Delia's dream, and my dream is just this, and I want you to write this down: to transform the state of small business worldwide. To transform the state of small business worldwide. We have a vision. Please write this down. I have a vision. What is my vision? Please write this down. I have a purpose. What is my purpose? Please write this down. I have a mission. What is my mission? So I just told you at the beginning of all this process, when Luz Delia and I said we're going to launch a new enterprise, and I'm going to share what that is, we're launching it based upon a platform. Without a platform for growth, it will ultimately fail. Without a dream, a vision, a purpose, and a mission, it will automatically fail. Very few companies in your industry or any industry were started with a dream. Why? Because very few people who start their own companies are truly entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs are dreamers. Steve Jobs was a dreamer. Ray Kroc was a dreamer. Bill Gates is a dreamer. And on and on and on and on. Anita Roddick was a dreamer. Mary Kay Cosmetics was fashioned by a dreamer. A dreamer who had a dream. A thinker who had a vision. a storyteller who had a purpose, and a leader who had a mission. Write that down. A dreamer, a thinker, a storyteller, a leader. And so when I share this with you, understand I'm talking about Ray Kroc, I'm talking about Steve Jobs, I'm talking about the Google boys, I'm talking about everyone who's founded any enterprise. It was founded upon a dream, a vision, a purpose, and a mission. So our dream was, way back then in 1977, when I founded our first company called the Michael Thomas Corporation. I was Michael, he was Thomas. It was the very first, what is called now, business development firm. Its sole purpose was to transform the state of small business worldwide. You follow me? So our dream at the very beginning of all this is identical to our dream today. Our vision in 1977 is identical to our vision today. And our vision today is to invent the McDonald's of small business consulting. So Luz Delia and I have a dream, a vision, a purpose, and a mission. But what's shifted from what we expressed in 1977 to transform the state of small business worldwide, our purpose, so that every single independent small business owner could be as successful as a McDonald's franchise is. And fourth, the mission to invent the system, the business development system that would enable us to work with every single independently owned small business with a kid at minimum wage who has no knowledge of business whatsoever, using our intelligent system to transform the state of your company. That's what I want to deliver to you today. Every life a legacy, every small business a school. The question is, what are you teaching? You might think what we're teaching is how to do this, how to do this, how to do this, how to do this. No, you're not teaching that at all. You're teaching them how to utilize the system that does this. The system is the solution, not the people you hire. Doesn't make any sense. It's counterintuitive. Everybody tells me, yes, but, yes, but, yes, but, yes, but. Michael, our industry is different. Our business is different. Our people are different. Our product is different. Everybody says that, except the entrepreneur. The entrepreneur says, holy moly, look what I get to do. You understand when you think, what's missing in this picture? Please write that down again. What's missing in this picture? I'm talking about everybody who's in the business you're in. I'm talking about everybody who's in the business you're in. I'm talking about everybody who's in the industry you're in. I'm talking about everybody who's doing what you're doing. Please write that question down once again and put a big circle around it. What's missing in this picture? And what's missing in this picture is the great opportunity waiting for you to pursue. Don't tell me you're too old. Don't tell me that. That's a cop-out. There's nothing left to do but to reinvent the world. When I talk about beyond the E-myth, the evolution of an enterprise from a company of one to a company of 1,000, when I talk about the fact that we're publishing my last E-myth book in December of 2016, when I tell you about the fact that in June, on the 20th, I turned 80 this year, and my wife held a surprise party for me, and 83,000 people showed up on streaming video. When I tell you that, what I'm saying to you is it has nothing to do with me. I'm saying to you that every single thing I've experienced with every one of those small companies we've worked with, I'm saying is available to every single one of you. And I'm saying to you that what I learned, what I've been given over the years, my manifest, My vision, my purpose, my mission is to hand it to every single human being who opens his hand and heart and mind and says, I want to too. I want to transform the world we live in. I want to truly break through all the perceived barriers in our industry. I want to create a company that becomes a school for the people who come to work with us. I want to create a company that awakens the entrepreneur within every single person we touch. I want to have a vision, a purpose, a mission. I'm inviting every single one of you to write this down. I have a dream, I have a vision, I have a purpose, I have a mission. What are they? And I want you to email them to me. And my promise is that before the end of this year, I'll respond to you. Now, I'm not suggesting I'm going to respond kindly. But I am going to respond honestly. Because my dream is that you have one. My vision is that you have one. My purpose is that you have one. My mission is that you have one. And in the process of discovering what that is, you can then go to work on NewCo, not in NewCo, to transform the state of small business worldwide. Every single one of you has the power, the capacity, and the capability to do that. So let me tell you what it looks like. How much time do we have left? 5 minutes?
As much as you want. Take your time.
5 minutes. So write this down. The platform we've already talked about. Dream, vision, purpose, mission. Once you know your dream, your vision, your purpose, and your mission, you're about to launch NewCo. Right? Old Co is the company you got. NewCo is the company you're about to create. Now, don't tell me you can't. Don't tell me you won't. Don't tell me you don't have the time. Don't tell me you don't have the energy. I don't want to hear any of that crap. So here's the process. The first step in NewCo is called the job. So write down the job. And the heart of the job is your client fulfillment system. It's what you're going to sell. At the heart of your job is the client fulfillment system. It's what NewCo is preparing to deliver. And what you're going to do in the job is to go to work on your client fulfillment system to turnkey it. No, we're not going to sell anything yet. We're going to build what we're getting to sell. We're going to build what we're getting to sell. We're going to build what we're getting ready to sell. Sales isn't first. Sales is later. McDonald's didn't have anything to sell until it created its client fulfillment system. You follow? McDonald's wasn't in the sales business, in the marketing business. McDonald's was in the business of business. McDonald's went to work on its client fulfillment system. How? Visually, emotionally, functionally, financially. A master of business design first designs the product. You may think you know what it is. I'm going to suggest you don't know what it is. But I'm also going to suggest, but you are going to know what it is. The second step, having completed your client fulfillment system, turnkey, called This Is How We Do It, This Is How We Do It, This Is How We Do It, This Is Who We Are, turnkey, documented, completely turnkey, documented. Why? Because you're going to scale it. You're going to teach me to be able to deliver it. You follow what I'm saying? Doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter what it is. This is really important for you to understand. Doesn't matter what it is. The only thing that matters is that it's right for the central demographic model consumer you're focusing your attention on. Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? And that it's turnkey. Second, after going to work on the job, now you're going to go to work on the practice. This is an emerging enterprise. From a company of 1 to a company of 1,000. Now we're going to create a practice. What's a practice? It's a three-legged stool. Please write this down. Lead generation, lead conversion, client fulfillment. This is your franchise. You understand? It doesn't have to be a franchise. This is your franchise. Whether you're going to franchise it or not is irrelevant. What are you going to do? You're going to scale it, meaning you're going to grow it, meaning you're going to replicate it, meaning it can be taught to somebody else. And your lead generation system and your lead conversion system will couple themselves up with your client fulfillment system, the three-legged stool, the franchise prototype. That's NewCo. Come alive. And getting ready to scale, which is the third step. And the third step is your business. A job, a practice, a business. Hear me, nobody's ever told you this before. A job, a practice, a business. Most people who think they have a business don't have a business. They got a job or a practice. But it sucks because it ain't turnkey. Murray does it. Whereas Murray just broke his leg. Now who's going to do it? Now please, I know this sounds terribly, terribly simplistic. I know this doesn't sound like it really matches or suits you and where you are and how many people you got and the business you're in. And I know, but just forget about that crap, okay? Now we're going to build a business. What's at the business? Let me define a business for you. A business is up to 7 turnkey practices. Write that down. A business is up to 7 turnkey practices. Say it's a chiropractic business. Up to 7 chiropractors. Let's say it's an optometrist. Up to 7 optometrists. You follow what I'm saying? Turnkey. Visually, emotionally, functionally, financially, plus a turnkey management system. Write that down. Plus a turnkey management system. Which takes us to what? Finally, the fourth step, an enterprise. What's an enterprise? An enterprise is up to 7 turnkey businesses, each of which comprises up to 7 turnkey practices. Scale, 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 plus a turnkey leadership system. Now this is so freaking simple, what I just shared with you. The minute you see it, the minute you understand what I just shared with you, you can understand what's missing in this picture. What's missing in this picture? Complexity. Your company is complex. How many of you know your company is complex? Meaning it ain't that simple, stupid. How many of you know how complex your business today really is? Anybody? Raise your hand if you think your business is complex.
The way I've done it? Yeah.
Yeah, well, of course, the way you do it. Come on. It's like you're all asleep. And what do you do when the enterprise is built? Sell why do they buy it? Because it's scalable. And why won't they buy yours? Because it isn't. You've got to get this. This is so transparently important. Now, this might sound like something's going to take you forever to do. No, it's not. This is something you could do in the next 12 months were you to make your mind up to it. How many of you ever heard the expression skunk works? Skunk works. Look it up. Look up skunk works on the internet. How many of you are familiar with a company called Northridge Aviation? Lockheed. You understand? If you go to Lockheed, if you go to Northridge, if you go online, you're going to begin to see, and look at skunk works, you're going to begin to see 12, 15, 27 projects underway. Every single one of them, NUCO. Creating the future, creating the future, creating the future, creating the future. What's happening in your business? Living in the past, living in the past, living in the past, living in the past. Why? We can't afford to do that. I'm not too old to do that again. Blah, 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 blah. It just goes on and on and on and on. I'm telling you, everywhere you look is the magic waiting to inspire you to go beyond where you are.